Down in Lebanon, in fourth position. 1 win, 2 losses, a big one. If they could pinch a victory here today, they would feel very confident of making their way into the quarterfinals.
Well, for Lebanon, after this game, they still have Jordan to face. And for China, after this game, they go up against Qatar. And things have been so unpredictable in the FIBA Asian Championships, right from day one, when Palestine upset the Philippines, and then today, the Philippines beating Iran. So many unusual things have happened. Qatar upsetting Korea.
It's the evening session of day 2 of the second stage of the FIBA Asia Championship. China taking on Lebanon, and the upset of the Philippines over Iran. What does that do to China's mindset tonight?
Well, I think they can't afford to take any team lightly. And for Iran, I think Coach Dirk Barman has learned from that mistake. And you see the Lebanon players now being introduced one after the other.
There's Ali Haidar, the big man who has been so impressive, not just inside, but shooting from outside and playing some tough interior defense too.
We call him Haidar the Radar. 16.5 points and 7.5 rebounds a game. And there's Arakji. He's a spark plug at the point guard position. A lot of the bigs will be challenged in this one. We all know that China has size, and Jay Youngblood, he's the master of disaster for Lebanon.
He's been doing it at both ends of the court for Lebanon. He's going to have to spark their defense tonight, get some turnovers and create some easy baskets, because China have been tough defensively in the half court. Here is China. Tell us about their main players.
Well, here we go, one after the other. Lu Wei has been introduced. He had a big game last time out. The most he has scored in this championships with 6 points. Ding has been introduced.
There's Zhou Peng
finally getting some action in the last game. And Yi Jianyang, he's the crowd favorite. Big issue facing China, as you see the crowd favorite, Li Gun, introduced, is the turnover situation against Kazakhstan, a team that they beat by 13 points. They lapse into 19 miscues. Zhou Qi has been introduced. And the home crowd coming out here to support the Chinese national team.
And they will all stand for the playing of the national anthems, starting with Lebanon.
Please read a standing for the national anthem of People's Republic of China.
We are counting down to game time here in Changsha. The Chinese and Lebanon teams, they exchange gifts, they exchange pleasantries, but that may be the last time tonight. There's been a little bit of feeling in a couple of the games today as we move deeper into this second stage. They have been thrilling, close games and extremely competitive, Cornito.
And I think it's even going to be more competitive as we come closer to the knockout quarterfinals. It's just one more day in the second round tomorrow, and then the facilities will go to the knockout quarterfinals. As you see, the referees from Iran, from Japan, and the Philippines calling this game. China versus Lebanon. Issues for China, turnovers.
It's the second day of the second stage of the FIBA Asia Championship. Here's the roster for Lebanon. Some of their players, Wael Arakji has been impressive, the 21-year-old, but who are the key players for you?
Abdel Noor is a veteran, and you expect him to show what he can do defensively, particularly inside. And of course, Jay Youngblood, he's their naturalized player. He makes things go for Lebanon. As we said, he's the master of disaster for Lebanon. And here are the starters here. Abi Kerez in the squad, Akal Tabet, and Jay Youngblood. We don't see Abdel Noor.
Now, if that's accurate, there have been a number of changes since yesterday. We'll wait and see on that one. One player not named there who has been starting is Basil Bauji, the power forward. He's an unassuming type, but he's been able to block shots. We've seen him step out and hit the perimeter jump shot and do a lot of work under the paint. I've been impressed with him, but he's going to have his work cut out tonight against the Great Wall of China.
And talking about the Great Wall of China, you look at those players, 213 centimeters and above. You've got at least 4 of them. And Yi Jianyang, of course, Wang Jielin, Zhou Qi, and the 2 guards who have been very impressive, Go Ailun and Zhao Jiwei. They're expecting to put pace behind the attack of China. So take a look at the starting lineup. That's
Zhao Jiwei, he's getting the nod at point guard, but he will play some minutes alongside Guo Ailun and Coach Gong Lu Ming. It's almost as if he likes to put those 2 point guards together at the start of the third quarter to trigger the pressure defense.
That's right, and Zhao Peng getting a nod here to start for the Chinese national team. He had limited minutes last time out against Kazakhstan. He only played 4 minutes and 42 seconds. But he'll get a rare start here.
Well, he only played 3 minutes against Jordan in the game before that, after having scored 14 points in the big game against Korea. And we have to wonder if there was some sort of issue, whether injury, discipline, or whether he was just maybe fatigued and they looked to rest him. But he gets the start tonight. We'll see how many minutes he plays.
You know, the thing about China, Paul, is that they've been rotating their players very efficiently. They've got 11 players averaging at least 12 minutes a game. The most minutes of any player on the Chinese team, 26.3 minutes, and that's Yi Jianyang's average.
And what has impressed me so much is their willingness to share the ball, their faith in each other. There doesn't seem to be a hierarchy. Once that ball gets into the offense, they're happy to kick it to whoever is the open man.
That's right, they go to their strengths. And for China, I think they've found the perfect formula to be a winning combination. They're sharing the basketball. No superstars in this team, although you know there are, but everyone playing like they're role players. That's certainly a formula that's working here in the FIBA Asia Championships. And we talked about issues confronting China, turnovers. That's something that I'm sure coaching staff will address. For Lebanon, they want to make sure that they play good transition D. In that loss to Korea, they were badly beaten in fast break points, 24-10.
Almost ready to go here in Changsha. I'm Paul O'Kennedy. Alongside me is Quinito Henson. And it's always the biggest game of the night when the host nation plays. The stadium slowly filling up. We've had 2 absolute sellouts. Last night was about 85 to 90% full. They're late arrivers in Changsha, but it is again filling up as the excitement builds. As Yao Ming enters the building, I'm sure we'll see him on our screens a little later on. There's Coach Gong Lu Ming, a dual Olympian, and by that I mean as a player and a coach, Quinito.
That's very rare for anyone to have that distinction. Played in the 1988 Olympics and then coached in the 1996 Olympics. That's Gong Lu Ming. And Yao Ming is in the house.
A man who knows a thing or two about the Olympics himself. Of course, the winner of this tournament qualifies directly for the Rio Olympics, so a lot at stake here in Changsha.
And consolation prize for the other semi-finalists is that they will be invited to 3 separate Olympic qualifying tournaments. So second, third, fourth placers will go to the Olympic qualifying tournaments to determine the last 3 berths for the Olympics in Rio.
Underway, and Yi gets the first touch, much to the delight of the crowd here in Changsha. So important that Lebanon get a good start. It's been their trademark in this tournament. They've picked up the defensive pressure early, but this time they leave Zhou Peng wide open. And after spending a lot of time on the bench the last 2 games, Zhou lets fly early.
And that's good news. If you've got him on track offensively, then Lebanon's defensive attention will go over to Zhou Peng. And can you imagine Yi Jianliang getting opportunities underneath as a result?
Oh, what a drive from Jay Youngblood. He took it straight at Yi. He went up, he went under, and he finished with the dipsy-doodle layup.
Aggressive move on the part of Jay Youngblood. I mean, he's intimidated by the size of China inside. And that's what you need. You need that guts to be able to go against that size.
Oh, you need guts to stand in the way of Yi Jianlian as he stuffs in his first points for the night. Some pressure defense from Zhao Jiwei. That is his specialty. Dogging ankle on that occasion.
What about the first points here of China? One coming from the outside, another coming from the inside. Outside-inside attack working well here for China.
Almost turns it over. Here is Abby Keris, a surprise starter. Youngblood fires one on the shot clock, and Zhou Qi will clean the glass.
Good pressure defense here by China, forcing that shot under duress. Yi Jianliang down. You see the physicality being shown by the bigs of Lebanon. They're giving up the foul, but they're making the Chinese offensive players feel their defense with their physicality.
Clever no-look-in pass inside from Zhao. They left Yi open. They left him open twice. That time, he only needed a sliver to throw it down with 2 hands. The other time, 3 Lebanon defenders arrived quickly, but they were forced to foul. Makes the first. He's had an exceptional tournament so far, averaging 18 points, 9 rebounds, a block and a steal, and he's shooting at 57% from the field.
Outstanding figures here for Yi Jianliang.
I think what's impressed me most is that, unlike previous tournaments, he hasn't just been the go-to guy expected to carry the load. He's been able to feed off other players, feed off the system and get easy looks, and he's thrived in that role.
And he's finding his spots. More than that, his teammates are locating him in the right spots, right place, right time.
Zhou Qi with the first block. The second one is called a goaltend. Yi does not agree, but the score is 7-4 to China. We're almost 2 minutes into this first quarter.
What about the hustle of the Chinese bigs? I mean, they're going after every shot. They're protecting the rim. And this early in the game, you're okay giving up the goaltending call.
Inside out play to Zhou Peng. This one's off the mark, and Jay Youngblood will be called for a foul. And it looks like a 1-3-1 defense from Lebanon to me, but it's leaving the short corners open. And 3 times now we've seen one of the Chinese bigs operating down low. This time it's Yi in that short corner. Abby Keris gives the help that time. They force the turnover. And an unsportsmanlike foul called. Suede was away for a 2-on-1 fast break.
And Ding was saying that there was a man in front.
The referee was not impressed by that cynical foul from Ding, who did not make a play at the ball. He simply grabbed his opponent. And we've seen that call made a number of times this tournament, and I think the players are going to have to adjust.
2 shots.
And I think the important factor in making that call, there has to be no one in between the offensive player and the goal when he's breaking away. In that situation, Ding was saying that there was a man in front of him. It's almost like an offside call.
Yeah, but that's not the only factor you see there. The referee says you didn't have a play at the ball, and therefore I thought it was an unsportsmanlike foul. So even if there's a defender between you and the basket, it can still be made.
Usually you call that foul when it's coming from behind or on the side.
Yeah.
But he was in front. Anyway, the call will stick.
Here's Ackle running the point guard. He said some surprise starters. This is one of them. So Wade fires from 3-point range. Offensive rebound from Tibet. Fumble from Soe. Now, he's only averaging 3 minutes per game in the tournament, and he's getting a start here against arguably the best team in the tournament as he slams it home again.
There's that drop step and the extra pass.
That 1-3-1 zone is like cottage cheese at the moment. The short corner wide open, and Yi Jianlian throws down his second jam of the night. Zhou Qi offering some help, but Youngblood drives straight past him, and an outstanding finish from Youngblood.
How was he able to find that opening, Jay Youngblood? Sneaking inside, that tough interior defense of China, athletic ability.
Again in this zone defense, the high screen from Qi, he rolls down the middle. Oh, look at the post move. It's like a dream shake in slow motion, and Zhou Qi finishes the fall-away jumper.
You have that zone defense of Lebanon, it's got to extend. They need to be able to clog that lane. They're making it easy for Zhou Qi to come inside and score from that medium range distance. See, the big problem is when they extend, then they take away that medium range distance, but they give the space in the back line for Yi Jianlian to come in. And they've been hurt by Yi Jianlian scoring from the inside.
Well, a regular starting front court of Haidar and Balgia averaging 3 block shots per game. But for some reason, they are on the bench tonight as that's a nice little touch there from Abi Keris. In fact, that was Charles Tibet who finished that one off. Lebanon within 2, 11-9. And they'd be happy with their offensive execution. Double team down low. There's Zhou Peng inside. This time the Lebanon defense is ready to swarm. Zhou Qi's fouled. And again, penetration straight down the middle, feeding a big man in the short corner. And once those big guys get the ball that close to the basket, they're almost impossible to stop.
Well, the key is to keep the ball moving. Good ball movement on the part of China. A lot of players getting touches in the half-court set.
2 shots.
And Zhou Qi at the line. He's been very active and going strong to the hole.
Zhou Qi and Yi Jianlian, they're licking their lips at the moment. They've got undersized opponents and there's holes all around the basket in the zone defense. And China now up to 13 points in just 4 minutes. They're on track. They're on track to well and truly eclipse 100 points if they keep going like this as Zhou Qi gets a well-earned break.
Oh, without a doubt, I think it's a high-scoring ball game.
Here's the man.
The defense here by China.
He's the man who's been giving China all sorts of trouble early on. He's got 4 points, 2 of 2 shooting. This time he feeds it off. The little jumper is short from Abi Keris. Now out of control. Here's Wang Shailin. Oh, look at the big man go. They'll count the basket. It was one of the ugliest fast breaks of the tournament, but Wang Shailin finishes it in style.
They'll give him continuation. Lebanese coach Veselin Matic saying that it shouldn't have been continuation because that foul was given up. I thought it was a good call.
Yeah, well, you saw the fist go up on the replay just before he went up to shoot. And it wasn't like he was going to do anything else. There was no other teammate around him.
He was in emotion. He was in emotion to score. So good call that time.
I think the refereeing's been good early on, and it's been pretty good throughout this tournament.
And Wang Jianlian making his presence felt immediately. He just checked in for Zhou Qi.
There's Ackle. A little bit of pressure defense again. That time Zhou Peng helping out Liu Wei, who's checked into the ball game. Get it to the top. Abi Keris, he thinks about it. He takes a dribble in, and that's a long way off there from Abi Keris. But Tibet has been active, and he scores again, the big fella. He's got a start in the ball game. He's averaging just 2 points and 3 rebounds in 13 minutes so far this tournament, but he's making the most of this start.
Yeah, he's certainly an undersized center, and he's up against Twin Towers right. Oh, good block. No, they called a foul. Thought it might be a jump ball situation on the held ball.
Some strong interior defense there from Abi Keris.
What you like about China is that they're very patient in getting that ball closest to the basket. They know they've got the advantage in size. Lebanon, no answer so far in stopping that entry pass into China's bigs. Zhou Peng at the line.
Omar Ayubi checking into the game for the first time. And I believe he's only played 4 minutes so far in the tournament. So Lebanon, are they going with some different lineups? Are they experimenting? Are they keeping some players fresh for their crunch game tomorrow night?
But it is going to be a big game tomorrow night against Jordan. Maybe Lebanon is thinking that this is not a winnable situation for them, and they're just hoping to preserve their players.
They're not preserving this man. He's been their best player of the tournament so far, Jay Youngblood. He kicks it around the perimeter. Here's Soe working under extreme pressure. Look at Joe Peng up and in.
You have to like the way China's playing the switch defense.
And they're making themselves big, you know, they're not just playing pressure defense, they're sliding their feet, they've got their arms out, as we see this attempted block from Abu Keris, and he was pretty close to getting all ball on that one.
Don't look now, but Lee Gunn is now in the ball game.
Here's Youngblood spinning to the baseline, tough finish. Jay Youngblood up to 6 points, and China lead 17-13. We've played almost 6 minutes in the first quarter.
And all what we're seeing here is great individual skills by Lebanon. You don't see too much passing. Here's a team that's averaging only 12.5 assists a game. How you can do that throughout the duration of a 40-minute game, that's going to be tough
Look
for
at the
Lebanon.
skills of Wong Chae-Lin. But he can't finish it off after a strong move from the big fella. And look at Ayubi running the floor. And a nice feed from Rodriguez Ackle. And Lebanon reduced the margin to 2.
Gritty play here by Lebanon.
Well, their reserves are getting an outstanding opportunity to take on one of the best teams in Asia on their home floor in front of a big crowd. And so far they're making the most of it as Yu Jianlian makes the most of that nice post feed to the middle of the key as Liu Wei gets his hand inside. He can't finish. Now an opportunity for Lebanon in the open floor. Youngblood, he surveys the floor. And he's going to pull it out. 16 on the shot clock. One-on-one with Yu Jianlian. Drives strong, feeds it off to Tibet. Same players earlier in the quarter, but a different result as the hook from Tibet rims out.
You see Coach Gong Lu Ming now going with Lu Wei at the point guard position. Wasn't happy exactly with how things turned out with Zhao Jiwei.
Nice ball movement from China. Covered by this zone defensive, which has now gone to a 2-3 zone as Ding penetrates. Liu Wei for 3.
He's not going to miss.
How often have we seen that from Liu? And China extended out to 6.
Big shot coming from the veteran. And that's important. His confidence level has to be sky high here in the second round of facilities.
Foul call. In fact, that was Liu Wei's first three-pointer of the tournament, so that is a weight off his shoulders. As we see the foul here, Li Gun, a professional foul there, just stopping the break. And here it is from Liu Wei. He's hit a lot of three-pointers in his international career, but he'll be very relieved, and you see the look on his face, the mini fist pump. And he's on the board here, and so are China. They lead 21-15. We've got 2 minutes and 20 seconds to play until quarter time. Tough shot from the perimeter, it's long. That was from Soe. He certainly hasn't been backwards in coming forward so far in his first start of the tournament. Liu Wei again in control. Nice feed to Li Gan, he fires for 3. And Li Gan hit his first 9 three-point attempts of this tournament. He's been a little bit cold ever since.
I think he's missed his last 4 or 5 since making 9 in a row. And look at the pressure defense here by China. It's court-to-court defense. It's unrelenting pressure.
And this is usually their intensity in the second half, but a foul call there on Li Gun. Li Gan, I should say. That's the 4th on China for the quarter. But I think they sense the lack of ball handlers in this Lebanon lineup that they've put out in the first quarter, and they're trying to force some turnovers.
Especially with a guy like Li Gun. He's the guy who is their defender against the point guard, disrupts the rhythm, makes it difficult for the opposing team to advance the basketball.
There's Saeed again. Oh, he swatted out of there by Zhou Qi.
Not in my house.
The long arms of Zhou Qi.
Well, good intention right here. Thought he had a drop on his defender, but great recovery by the big man.
7 on the shot clock. Ayubi with a left-handed jumper. Nice rebound, Basil Balji into the ball game. Looking to go one-on-one. He fumbles it out of bounds.
And the lack of ball movement, Lebanon creating that turnover. Lebanese coach Matic, you see him on your screens telling his players, keep that ball moving. Can't go one-on-one for the duration of this game. And the turnover off the bad dribble.
Guo Ailun into the ball game, and Coach Matic, he's already had 1 technical foul in this tournament, and listen to the reaction for Guo as he comes into the ball game. He has set this tournament alight. He leads China in plus-minus, so when he's on the court, China have outscored their opponents by more than when any other teammate has been on the court, and that's impressive for the 21-year-old.
Certainly a high mark of efficiency for Guo Ailun, and now he's playing the backcourt with Liu Wei.
Jia Jiaochun, he buries the 3 on the feed from Liu Wei, and that's assist number 7 for China already in this game. No time to rest though, a lovely feed from Rodrigue Akel. He finds Charles Tibet. He's up to 6 points. What an enterprising start from him.
And drawing some applause here from Coach Matic. He liked the way Lebanon moved the basketball that time. And here's the zone defense again being employed by Lebanon, keeping that post position away from China, keeping that ball outside.
China in the corner, and they have been much more effective in this 2-3 zone after the 1-3-1 was cut apart early in the game. He's Guo Ailun, he's working with Zhou Qi, spinning to the hole, he turns it over. 2-on-1 opportunity for Lebanon. Saeed, he was blocked last time. 2 passes, Basil Balji goes after it. He can't recover. A good hustle from Balji. He manages to secure another possession with 9 seconds left on the clock here in the first quarter.
Tremendous transition defense by China, stopping that fast break attack of Lebanon. Lebanon, another opportunity for them. 9.1 seconds to go in this quarter.
Ayubi working off the ball. He finally gets it. He's matched up with Jai. He'll hand off to Akel. Clock down to 4 seconds. He's going to have to make something happen here. Balji, 1 dribble. Tough shot from Basil Balji. And again, some good defense from China to close out the quarter. It was an impressive start from them, but Lebanon, with many of their reserves playing big minutes, would be happy with their performance too. It's quarter time. China lead by 7.
I thought it was good rhythm on the part of China.
It was excellent rhythm from China. Some good defensive pressure, but impressive from the Lebanon guards, the reserve guards, to be able to withstand that pressure and only commit 3 turnovers for the quarter.
And China, 6 out of 7 from the free throw line, getting 2 3-point buckets already against none for Lebanon. And in rebounding, Lebanon with the advantage, 6 offensive rebounds against 3 for China. And the turnover story, the steals, even in those departments.
It's quite an even contest as we watch some of the highlights, and the crowd here certainly does love the Chinese national team.
Very festive atmosphere every time China plays.
There's Zhou Peng. What a start for him after playing very limited minutes in the last 2 games. And there's Yi. Lovely pass from Zhou Qi. The skills of the big man there to find his fellow forward. And Jay Youngblood, that was the move of the first quarter, up and under. And here he goes again, like a hot knife through butter. He finished off up and under. And Zhou Qi said, I don't like people scoring easy 2-point buckets in my house. I'm going to throw that one out.
And a couple of 3-point baskets scored by China in the first 10 minutes of play. Great entertainment. A lot of action in the first quarter of this very important game.
Yi Jianlian leads the way with 8 points for China. Zhou Qi with 4. And Zhou Peng with 4. And for Lebanon, it's Charles Tibet with 6. And Jay Youngblood with 6.
And in the first quarter, a lot of players from Lebanon still Sitting on the bench, Abdel Noor, Saud, who had a big game last time out. Haidar hasn't played. Arakchi hasn't played. Ibrahim hasn't played. So key players.
Arakchi into the ball game now.
For the first time.
We get underway here in quarter two. It's China 24 to Lebanon 17.
Abdel Noor is also in the game for the first time.
Here's Haidar as well, so closer to the regular starting lineup as Haidar misses that one. Yi keeps it alive, and Guo, he's going to push in transition. Look at the speed of Guo Ai-Lun. He flies to the basket, and he finishes with ease.
And you see in the bottom of the screens, Coach Matic telling his players, are you guys just standing around and watching these guys come flying in to score the layup?
And after his bench had done such a good job in the first quarter, must be disappointing to see the starters come in, not only giving up the layup, then a simple turnover under the basket, and China can put their lead into double figures for the first time tonight.
Haidar, he actually set the high ball screen and then went low, hoping to get the pass back. He did get the pass, but he bobbled possession.
He just forgot to catch it. It's a 2-3 zone once again. Jai at the top, there's Guo, he's looking to penetrate. Good matchup of young guards there with Guo and Arakchi. Jai penetrates, kicks it to Yi from mid-range, but he's short on this occasion, and John Abdel Noor picks up the rebound.
And you have to be happy with that kind of defense if you're Lebanon. China not able to get the ball close to the basket to enemy their bigs, forcing the outside shot. Here's the big pocket move. Here we go.
Galji Wei misses. Good contest from Arakchi. Now, he's going to have his turn in the open floor. He finds Saud in the corner, that left-hand shot. It's no good on this occasion. China say we're coming straight back at you. Guo bowls the pass, now along the baseline. Aggressive approach. Now they're going to run some offense. Shot clock at 12. A turnover there from Joe G. I think a clever hand in there from Ali Haidar and Lebanon. They're not willing to play any half-court offense here. They're looking to score. A little bit of jungle ball from both teams. Haidar in a double team underneath. He finds Balji, and he misses. Some scrappy basketball just in the opening stages of quarter two. But it's China. They still lead it by 9. Again, a scrappy pass. I think Lebanon would be happy with this sort of basketball. As we see Jai there.
Well, Paul, we were talking at the top of our coverage that the big issue confronting China, their turnovers. And once again, a lot of miscues here.
5 turnovers already for China. 5 for Lebanon as well.
I think Lebanon also doing a good job playing transition D, something that they wanted to address because they were blown out in that department in that loss to Korea by 14 last night. So both teams learning from mistakes. Maybe China needs to toughen up as far as preserving possessions is concerned.
Balji for 3, it's no good. Joe Peng with the rebound. And Guo again, flying through the keyway. He dishes to Joe Chi. He draws the foul. He'll go to the charity stripe for 2.
And we were just talking about transition D for Lebanon. That time, allowing Guo Ai-Lun to go straight into the hole, into the shaded area, and then passing it off to Joe Chi.
I don't know if it's a case of youthful exuberance, but every time Guo Ai-Lun gets the basketball, he's looking to push and get an easy score. And his teammates are really feeding off that in this tournament.
He's the locomotive for the Chinese national team, and the crowd senses it. Once he's got the ball, there's a sense of electricity and excitement in the air.
Well, we saw that tonight when he checked into the ball game. There was a roar that went around the crowd. That's usually reserved for Yi.
Or Li Gun. Oh, baseball pass right here.
Pass. And finished off underneath by Saud. And what vision from Balji after he pulled in the tough rebound.
But great catch on the part of Saud, and keeping his balance to make sure that that shot would fall inside.
Lebanon continue to hang around. Joe Peng down the middle. Yi underneath, surrounded by Lebanon singlets. Now Arakchi is another player who loves to explore in transition. He weaves his way around and out. He's going to go back again into the keyway. Feeds Haidar, who goes up and under. What control by Arakchi.
Same play that China likes to run on the other end. The penetration and then the dish to the big man, and that time Haidar.
Arakchi penetrated not once, but twice. Clever play from Zhou Qi at the other end. Can't get the shot to drop, but he goaded Haidar into the foul. See the frustration on the face of Haidar there. Only his first personal foul. He has a few words with John Abdul Noor. That was clever play from Zhou Qi. Now, he's a teenager, but gee, he thought his way through that situation.
Coach Gong Lu Ming now about to check in Wang Jielin for Zhou Qi. And you know, this kind of rotation of China, and it's great. It's an anticipation of what might happen in the future. Getting a lot of young blood to feel their way through the game.
6 players in this Chinese lineup, aged 22 or under. And the way Coach Gong rotates his players, it allows them to play that high-energy defense, which he wants to be the identity of the team.
And no one's an untouchable. Maybe Yi Jianyang, because he hasn't been changed in this game so far.
We even saw the other night, though, he was substituted out. He had a disappointed look on his face.
That's right,
Gong
yes.
said, come have a sit down, rest up. We're going to need you pretty soon. Good matchup here. Guo all over Arakchi. Now Abdul Noor, nice penetration. He finds Baoji in the corner. He can't get it to drop, but there's the veteran, John Abdul Noor. A little bit of a rush play there from Saud. And Yi picks off the pass. China lead it by 7. It's been a tense second quarter, though. They've scored just 4 points in 4 minutes. So have Lebanon. Shot clock runs down to 8. Guo at the top. Pick and roll with Wang Jielin. Look at the move from Guo. He split the pick and roll and he finished with the left hand.
Easily going strong to the hole. There's got to be a better way to clog the lane. Giving so much space off the pick and roll situation for China.
It is just so hard to clog the lane, though, when someone as quick as Guo splits the on-ball screen. As here we see John Abdul Noor again experimenting in the keyway. Baoji drives at Yi. Left hand finish from Basil Baoji. How about that?
Putting the ball on the floor, nice crossover.
That was some good defense from Yi.
But at the same time, again, Lebanon going to the one-on-one. And easy 2 points. Again, finding the space behind that 2-3 zone defense. Got to be able to, you know, you have to extend your defense. At the same time, you have to protect that baseline. Especially
when there's 2 7-footers lurking around the keyway as Arakchi drives again. Nice feed to Baoji. Can't get the first one to go. He recovers, kicks. Arakchi exploring again. This time it's Abdul Noor for 3. Rims around and out. Lebanon again on the offensive boards, but spills out off a Lebanon hand. And the crowd appreciates the hustle from both teams on that play. We've gone just over 5 minutes here in the second quarter. Here we see the players. It's a tense ball game. Yi on the floor. The desperate look on the face of Arakchi. It'll be a China ball when we come back. It's timeout. The hosts leading by 9. It's the evening session here at Changsha at the FIBA Asia Championship. China taking on Lebanon. It's been a fascinating approach from Lebanon early on. They didn't go with their regular starters, just Jay Youngblood. As we see him with 6 points, Baoji came off the bench. He's got 4 rebounds already. He's been super active around the basket.
I think China doing a good job of solving the problem of Lebanon's zone defense. And Ibrahim, who didn't play the last time, out against Korea.
Ahmad Ibrahim was
now
he was
on the floor.
He was the game winner in their opening night game against Chinese Taipei. He had 18 points and a lot of very timely points in that game. He's been injured the past 2 games. He's back in the lineup tonight. Still a 2-3 zone. Hand in the passing line that time. That was Haidar forcing the turnover. Arakchi with an ambitious pass. It's recovered by Joe Peng. I think Arachi copped one in the face. Whoa, exploding to the hole and finishing again. And at the moment, Lebanon do not have any answers for Guo Lun. He's got 6 points.
He's just too quick. And if you're Lebanon, you just need to protect your possessions. You don't want to give up the ball on turnovers, because that's the fuel to the fast break attack that Guo Lun likes to run.
I think it's a big job here for Arachi. He's got to do a better job of identifying Guo early in transition, slowing the ball, and making them run some half-court offense. The China chant rings out. Arachi flies to the basket. He gives Guo a little bit of his own medicine and brings his team back within 9.
Well, he's Lebanon's answer to Guo Lun. That was a magical move there by Arachi.
He reminds me so much of the Slovenian champion Goran Dragic, the way he goes about it. Here's Wang Ling. He finishes underneath.
That's just forcing his way through that defense, a power move. And the key there is to make sure that the big guy has possession close to the basket. You want to prevent that entry pass.
Ibrahim tries to find Haidar. There was an experimental vacation into the keyway and it didn't end well for Ahmad Ibrahim. And China now out by double figures, an 11-point lead, and some danger time perhaps for Lebanon.
Turnovers hurting Lebanon, plus their transition defense severely challenged here because of the quickness provided by Guo Lun.
Wong with the pass out to Zhou Peng. Double team on Yi in the low block. A travel call. Some good attention there from Haidar. And if you look at Ahmad Ibrahim, he is limping. He's holding his side. And I don't know if that was the injury that kept him out the last 2 games or whether he's copped a knock already tonight.
But certainly not 100%, as you see Coach Gong Luming of China.
And my understanding was it was a leg injury that was troubling him.
For Ibrahim, yes.
So we'll be interested to find out. We'll see if we can find out anything about that injury as Haidar fires from long range. And so far, Lebanon just not being able to connect from the arc there. None for 8 and make that none for 9 after that attempt. And had they nailed a couple of 3-point bombs, they'd be right in this ball game.
The problem is if Haidar is taking the outside shot, I don't think Ibrahim has the legs to go up to fight for the offensive rebound.
He's fouled. He'll get 2 free throws. Haidar has been shooting the 3-point ball at 40% so far, so they rely on him being able to spread the defense. That time he bumped Yi off balance and he was pinged with a personal foul. He'll get a seat on the bench for his efforts as Basil Balji checks back in.
Yi Jianyang earlier committing the turnover. That's been a problem for China. They need to be able to solve that. That zone defense of Lebanon sort of keeping Lebanon in the thick of things, although the lead is expanded to 12 points.
And we saw with Iran earlier today against the Philippines, even if you have just 1 quarter in a crucial game where you don't look after the ball, that can be the difference between a win and a loss.
All about timing. When you have the right timing and when you go to your strengths and you exploit the weaknesses of the opponents, and all of a sudden you can have a change of complexion in the game.
Yi with his customary slow walk to the bench. He just loves being out there playing. He's being replaced by Joe Chi here. Arachi going one-on-one again. Finds Balji. He's been aggressive. This time a little too aggressive. He turns it over. New way in the open court. Thinks about the mid-range jumper. But his 35-year-old head thinks better of it. He's going to run some offense inside. Long Lin, good defense from Balji. He's pinged for the foul though, and Ji Wong is an immense presence inside the keyway.
And no pressure from the man who wants the ball inside in the hands of the big man. And if you're Lebanon, you need to be able to rethink the kind of defense, not inside, but outside to put pressure on the man with the ball.
We've got a timeout here in Changsha. 2:23 to play until halftime. It's China leading by 13.
14 fouls already by Lebanon. And the point we were making earlier, once that ball is inside in the hands of Wang Lin or Zhou Qi or Yi Jianyang, it's almost an automatic 2 points.
Now,
as you see, Jay Youngblood.
He started the game well. We haven't seen much of him in this second quarter. In fact, I don't know if he's been in, so Lebanon really rotating the players in this game.
I thought he had some spectacular plays in the first period. Slicing down the middle, hitting a layup on the reverse. And then there's Zhao Jiwei and Arakchi. What a matchup in the backcourt. Arakchi, the young kid. Abdul Noor, the veteran, trying to push off Zhou Peng in the battle for position. And then go Ailun, Zhao Peng.
You say Guo, and he will go, and very quickly. He's done that very well so far tonight. He has 6 points. He's brought this crowd to life with his speed.
And what you like about China is that they always have good balance on the floor with their combination. They've got their wings, they've got their flying guards, and then always anchored on the big man. Right now it's Wang Jilin on the floor. Zhou Ping, Zhou Qi is still in the game. And Zaid Abbas of Jordan watching the action here in the building.
Zaid Abbas, he has burst back into form the last couple of nights in this tournament. And with his fortunes coming back to life, so have those of Jordan. Now a chance after their big win over Qatar last night. They could progress to the second round. They'll be up next. Here's Arakchi. His team trails by 15. We called it danger times for Lebanon. They need to get a basket or two here. We see a foul on Lee Gun off the ball.
Executing a down screen that time was Lebanon. And a foul, a little bit too aggressive on the defensive end for China. That's 2 team fouls now for China.
Ahmad Ibrahim back on the bench. He didn't look right. He'd missed the last 2 games. And he is such a mercurial shot maker. They would love to have him out there at his best.
Someone who's averaging 18 points a game. This competition, he had 23 in that big win against Chinese Taipei. Arakchi brings the ball outside. Now 2 very quick guards at the lineup here for Lebanon. All the way. Not inside. The ball not falling inside.
So he couldn't get that one to go. Now it's the opportunity for China. Look at the dexterity of Zhou Qi. He got fed a bad pass by Liu Wei, but it was a Euro step from the 217-centimeter big man, and he finished softly.
What a way to handle the ball in midair. Arakchi, nice crossover move. Not against Zhou Qi.
Well, Arakchi did a Euro step as well, and Zhou Qi said, I know that move. I'm just going to swat you out of bounds. I just did it at the other end.
Give me a Euro step and I'll give you an Asian block. The Great Wall of China.
Is so been aggressive all game. Nice kick to the corner. Gone Abdul Noor to the corner. His pull-up doesn't go. We've got a foul called underneath. I believe Basil Baoji drew the foul. Foul called on Wang Jilin. We'll see the replay of it here. Baoji grabbed the ball and just a touch foul, but enough to earn Baoji 2 free throws.
And if you're reading the way Lebanon is playing this game, it's difficult to see what kind of system they're running.
Well, it has been an issue for them this tournament, hasn't it? Where the high pick and roll creates shots, they're going beautifully. When that stops working, we're not sure what their plan B is.
Exactly, that's a big problem of Lebanon. And right now, things aren't working for them. They're trying to put some pressure here on the defensive end, but on offense, that's been a question mark.
3-2 zone by the look of it now from Lebanon. Charles Tibet back into the game. Zhou Peng with a tough shot down the middle. He hung in the air and he dropped it in. Zhou Peng up to 6 points.
But China's showing how you attack that zone defense. You don't necessarily need the outside shot. You could use quickness, you could use a penetration and drive.
It's been an impressive showing so far from the host nation. They lead by 17. Last minute before halftime. Arakchi feeds it out to Abdul Noor and he buries the 2-pointer. A much needed basket. The first one of the night for Abdul Noor.
That was a perimeter jump shot from the side for Lebanon, but no inside game. They just have absolutely no inside game because China's bigs are dominating the action underneath.
Zhou Peng with a nice feed into Wang. Finishes, no he doesn't. Zhou Qi there to follow up. He loses it out of bounds. So some good scrambling defense in the end from Lebanon, and they should have the last shot of the quarter, just 0.3 of a second between the game clock and shot clock.
And if you're China, you have to like the effort of their two bigs. Even if they're not getting the shot, even if they're not getting the offensive rebound, the fact that they're competing is a very positive sign here for Coach Gong Lu-nin.
It's the old and the new. Arachi going up against Liu Wei. Liu commits the foul. That's the fourth in the quarter for China, so the next one will put Lebanon to the line.
There's 7.9 seconds to go in the half.
Arachi to inbound. He wants it back. Baoji with a nice pass fake, but he shoots it quickly. One last opportunity for China. Liu Wei from half court. I don't think he got it off in time. It was nothing but the bottom of the net. The only problem was it didn't go through the ring, and it's half-time here in Changsha. It's been a good start from China. They lead it by 15. Yu Jianlian has been impressive, as always, with 10 points and 4 rebounds. And Guo Wai Lun, he's got 6 points himself. Yao Ming has enjoyed the action.
And you see the smiling faces on the Chinese players as they move out of the floor. And then the glum look on the face of the Lebanese players. They weren't getting too much action.
They trail by 15. It's half-time here at Changsha.
And check out the game statistics right now. China showing the way here in terms of 61% field goal percentage from two-point distance. No three-point shot for Lebanon, 0 out of 9. And in free throws, what a big disparity. 12 out of 15 scored by China. In rebounding, Lebanon with the edge.
Well, that free throw discrepancy, you talk about the big men of China. They don't have to commit fouls. They can intimidate shots, they can block shots, and they can sweep the glasses. We see 9 turnovers to Lebanon, 7 to China. Don't think either coach would be happy with that.
What you like also is the way China's been moving the ball. So you take a look at the game leaders. China with 10 assists so far, only 5 for Lebanon. That's been an issue with Lebanon. They rely on their one-on-one skills. They need to get that ball moving.
Baoji with 5 rebounds. Same with Zhou Qi. And Zhou Qi has been outstanding on the boards so far in this tournament. He's averaging 6 rebounds in just 17 minutes. And we see the fan eye view here at Changsha. There's Yu Jianlian. And here's Guo Wai Lun. He has been perhaps the story of the first half with his speed. It's been dizzying for the Lebanon defense.
What?
Here he goes again, this time in the half court, slicing to the rim. And that young fan is having a good time. He says that's 3 times now he's sliced through the defense and scored. And this is the 4th time on the fast break. He skied over the top of Arachi. And there were some concerns for Lebanon, especially when their starters came into the ball game. But what about this pass from Baoji?
Oh, excellent pass. A baseball pass, and then the pickup and the 2-point scored. Jay Youngblood was a missing element in the second period. As you see Haider scoring underneath on the reverse.
And look at this Euro step. Unbelievable control from the big man.
Great agility.
Well, his players liked it. They're like, yeah, damn, he can do that. He's a big fella. He's 19 years of age.
Zhao Jiwei showing his delight with that play.
It's halftime at Changsha. It's China leading by 15. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes for the second half.
胜区，不是世界自然遗产，好好想想啊。
四大错，这是四大还是错？错，好，恭喜我们第一个获得我们中国这位冠军奖项啊！我们再来找第二位。好，这样啊，把手放下，我说开始，先分到谁的手，咱就来，好吗？先举着就不算了，好，这边预备，开始。好，这位女士啊，这是第一个身份。以下3位得名家都是湖南籍的，毛泽东、刘少奇、冯德怀。你谁们都是湖南的吗？好，第一道题答对了啊，非常简单。第二道题，国际篮球比赛暂停时间为1分30秒。那你知道是多少？不知道，反正不是1分30秒。好，第二道题也答对了。第3道题，篮球的发明者奈史密斯先生是一位德国人。错，那你认为他是哪儿的人？他是长沙人，是不是？好，恭喜你啊！我们这位女士答对了，这个奈史密斯先生是美国人。那我们的第2辆动力啊，起亚冰河之美术完就交给你了。好，这2位专在一块。那除了他们能够拿到我们的这个奖品之外呢，我们还给现场所有的朋友都准备了奖品。大家看，我们的姑娘挥舞一下手里的奖品，想要奖品，声音要大一点，奖品来了！好，我们本次大赛的口碑产品唯一赞助商华尔翔公司爱双节品牌，为了助力一下比赛，给大家准备了10张比赛的门票作为抽奖的奖品。同时呢，大家可以参与到有奖竞赛环节，赛中5场比赛可以获得本次男篮比赛旗舰的篮球一个，赛中6场可以获得爱双节鲜肉骨粉呈现一盒，然后赛中8场可以获得苹果笔记本积木，39场可以获得 iPhone 6一台。你也可以把竞赛活动的界面发送到朋友圈，让更多的人参与到有奖竞赛活动。另外还有这款我爱运动、我爱双节的中国篮球明星主题手机纸和爱双节40元礼券送给大家。朋友们，下面的时间就是大家都把自己的手机拿出来，我们现在将要进行的是抽取10张比赛门票奖品的环节。如果不把手机拿出来就没机会喽。怎么参与呢？非常简单。大家同时打开蓝牙和定位2个功能，同时打开蓝牙和定位2个功能，在微信的摇一摇功能当中，用力的摇起你的手机，就有机会获得我们为您提供的10张比赛的门票。想要门票吗？赶快打开定位，打开微信，在摇一摇当中，来领取我们为您提供的幸运的球票吧。另外，提醒我们各位观众的是，如果没有摇到球票的话，可以重复摇。
我是中国队赵静，我是中国队郭艾伦，我是中国队李根，我是中国队王哲林，欢迎大家关注飞马我们来关注我们微信，欢迎大家关注飞马国际篮坛官方微博微信，欢迎大家关注。欢迎大家对我们家人关注一下比赛，对我们家人关注一下比赛，对我们家人关注一下比赛。
好，我们在进观赛的时候，请大家扫描后面的FIBA国际篮联官方微博微信二维码，关注FIBA国际篮联官方微博微信，更有机会领取由体育的体育为您提供的精美礼品。不光回来赛场，一起来看什么？下半场比赛。
Welcome back to Changsha. It's China with a 15-point halftime lead over Lebanon. I'm Paulo Kennedy. I'm joined by Quinito Henson, and Quinito, China built that lead on the back of their defense.
Excellent defense by China, forcing a lot of turnovers on Lebanon at the end of the half. China had scored 9 turnover points against 0 for Lebanon. And for Lebanon, we're trying to think what kind of action that they want on the floor. As you see, a 3-point shot.
They want that sort of action from Zhao Ji-wei. He splashes the triple. It's 18, the biggest margin of the game. And a devastating start for Lebanon, who needed to peg this back early.
Now the starting lineup here on the floor for the second half for Lebanon, the same as when they started the game back in the first quarter. So it looks like Coach Matic is substituting by platoons. You see the players on the floor here for Lebanon. The names on your screen.
Well, he went more with his starters in the second quarter. They were outscored 20-12 after they'd only lost the first quarter by 7 points with most of their reserves on the court. He's gone back to that unique starting lineup. And Jay Youngblood, he's the corner piece of this group. He's up to 9 points. They missed him in the second quarter.
Didn't play a single second in the second quarter. And then going with that 2-3 zone defense. Let's see how China adjusts its offensive movement against that zone. There's the high pick.
There's a better ball pressure in that zone today in the start of the second half as Youngblood picks off the steal. And there were some issues in the first half with sitting in that zone and allowing the ball handler to pick his pass inside.
Well, that time, good recognition on the part of the defense of Lebanon. As you see, the outside shot taken by Jay Youngblood. It's almost as though Lebanon is inviting that pass inside because they can pick it off.
Pressure defense from China. Out of court off the leg of Yi. The margin is 15. There's a big crowd here in Changsha, ready to explode in any sort of highlight play by the Chinese. There's been a few of those already. There's been a couple from this man too, Jay Youngblood. He dances his way into the paint. Well cut off that time by Ding. Suede with a tough pull-up shot. Doesn't go. It'll be a Chinese ball.
A positive note here for Lebanon back in the first half is that they had 11 offensive rebounds against only 4 for China. But it's the defense of China, as you were saying, Paul, holding Lebanon to just 36% shooting. That has to improve.
And despite that offensive rebounding, Lebanon with just 4 second chance points so far in this game. Perhaps they need to improve that conversion as Zhao Peng improves his conversion from long range. He extends the margin out to 18. He's up to 9 points. Promising start to the second half from Zhou.
That's 3 3-point shots now connected by China in this game, and Lebanon struggling from beyond the arc, 0 out of 9.
In fact, 1 out of 10 for Lebanon with that first one from Jay Youngblood.
Oh, that's right. That was the first conversion here in the third period.
China up to 4 of 8. They're 13 of 21 inside the arc. They've been very efficient offensively. As we see Tibet, who was impressive in the first half, and he shoots up a banked baby hook. That's not easy to do.
That's a tough shot. A one-on-one move. Again, we've always been saying, Lebanon not moving the ball around too much. They're relying on their one-on-one skills. How often are you going to get baskets like that during a game?
It's tough against what's a strong defensive team here. Suede picks up the foul. I'm enjoying watching these usual Lebanon reserves make the most of this opportunity.
Yes.
They are taking it up to the stars from China.
Guys are stepping up. You saw that on your screens, that foul committed.
Nice pass, Zhou Peng from the same spot. This one's off the mark, but look at Ding Sky for the rebound. They'll retreat, they've got a fresh 14 seconds. 2-3 zone from Lebanon. Zhou Peng to the corner, pull-up jumper. Well off the mark, 2 on the shot. He goes again, third time lucky. Not this time, he hits the corner of the backboard again, and how many players can say they've hit the corner of the backboard twice in a possession?
That's tough to do. Yi Jianyang looking at his teammates saying, I'm not getting the ball. Zone defense preventing that inside pass.
And that's exactly what Lebanon are trying to do with this 2-3. Offensively, they're trying to get the ball to this man. Youngblood at the top.
Yi
Dances
Jianyang, hard
through
shot.
again, right-hand shot. Doesn't get it to drop. Ambitious shot there from Youngblood. Now Zhao in the open court, tough move. He's going to go to the free throw line. How about the speed from Zhao Jiwei?
Yu Jianyang actually was asking for the pass, wanted a slam dunk off the lob, but decided to go all the way with Zhao Jiwei.
He turned the corner and the Lebanon defense couldn't keep up with him. There were 3 defenders back there, but he beat them to the hole and drew the foul. And we've got to play it down on the floor here. This does not look good. It looks to be a little bit of... He looks to perhaps have taken a knock.
Oh,
some real concern here. His teammates gather around him. Tibet gives him a friendly nudge just to say, "Are you okay, buddy?" Just breathing deeply there. I'm not sure what happened. Hopefully we'll be able to get a replay. But he is prone on the floor at the moment.
Yu Jianyang just towers over everyone, head and shoulders above the rest.
A really concerning situation here. We see his hands moving. That's a good sign. It looks like maybe a real severe knock to the eye. He may have got a finger deep into that eye. Gets a round of applause from the crowd and the Lebanon supporters who are here. And a good sign to see him walking to the bench.
A look of concern there on the faces of the Lebanese fans. It looks like there is a cut. He's being attended to by physicians.
I think they're cleaning up just a little bit of blood off the floor. There seemed to be some on his singlet as well. But good news that that isn't a serious concussion or something of the like.
Right. And meanwhile, there's been a change on the floor. Wang Jielin checking in for...
That's Abby
Zhou
Keras
Qi
being treated.
Yeah. He's the man at the bench. Hoping he's okay. Free throws coming up here. China now with 3 team fouls against 2 for Lebanon. Still a lot of basketball time left in this quarter.
Yeah, just over 3 minutes played so far. China have extended a 15-point halftime lead out to 18 on the back of those 2 free throws from Zhao Jiwei. Here's Rodrigue Ackle. He was active in the first half. He's harassed by Zhao here.
A lot of movement without the ball off that high screen.
Shot clock to 10. Now they get it into Basil Bauji. We've got a foul off the ball. I think that is on Zhao, who was pushing the limits that whole possession.
That's foul. Team foul number 4 here for China, as you see, being attended. There is that cut.
Oh, and we see the elbow of Ding on the way down there. That's what caught him.
Abby Keras.
Youngblood inside to Tibet. He can't make it go. Bauji hustles hard, and he forces a held ball. Excellent effort from Basil Bauji, and all tournament he is impressed with his energy levels.
He's not giving up. Great effort on his part, forcing that jump ball and the possession arrow going over to Lebanon.
Bauji with 4 points, 5 rebounds in just 10 minutes so far. Suede into the basket. He finds that man, Bauji. Returns the favour to Suede. He overshoots that one. Now Xiaopeng away. Bounce pass to Yi. Control from Yi. And he finishes on the left hand. What about the skills from the 213-centimetre Yi? Youngblood now looking to drive hard at the basket. Finds Ackle. Good ball movement from Lebanon. And Bauji finishes off with a 3-pointer.
But you've been impressed with his play. That time hitting it from the outside. That's just the second 3-pointer scored by Lebanon in this contest. They went 0 out of 9 from beyond the arc in the first half.
2 of 2 this quarter for Lebanon. Bauji had missed his first 3, but he can hit that shot. As we said earlier, he can do a little bit of everything. Wants the glass block shots, so does this man. Wang Jielin, he can't make the jumper. And Youngblood cleared for takeoff in the open court, and he finishes with the right hand.
Nice move here by Jay Youngblood. He's got that nice move towards the basket.
He's got great body control. He's up to 11 points.
Very athletic. Now earlier we saw in the offensive set of China setting the high ball screen was Yu Jianyang, this time getting position inside and getting the offensive rebound.
It was a soft touch from Yi. He overshot it a little bit. Ball bounced back to him and he draws the foul. It'll be a side ball for China. Foul on Suede.
Maybe a signal here from Coach Gong Lu Ming that they want Yi Jianyang to get his touches. Earlier we saw him provide a high ball screen. Possible pick and roll wasn't there that time. Getting the ball and sort of like an isolation play down the middle.
Gets the zone defense. He goes one-on-one and scores.
That's what you suspect.
Well, it's predictable. He's going to rock the cradle. He's going to go that lean back jump shot. But how do you stop it?
Well, he's getting the touches right now. How you stop it? Put pressure on the man who wants to give him the ball. Put him outside of his comfort zone.
Baoji hit his last. He's way short on this one. Opportunity for Yu Wei in transition. Gives it to Zhou Ping. He fired a few times from that corner. Connected on one. He missed his next two. This time he puts the gun in the holster. Yu Wei again. They go inside to their star. Zhou Ping drives. Tough move to the left hand and it rims in. Exquisite skills from Zhou Ping.
And patient execution in the half-court set there for China. So many players getting their touches, including Yi Jianyang, but he didn't go for the basket.
That's right, it went to Yi. He drew three defenders. Was smart enough to kick it out. That opened up the driving lane for Zhou. There's Suede for three. He splashes it down. He's up to 6 points for the game.
Wide open shot that time, and if you're Chinese coach Gong Lu Ming, you have to rethink. Got that guy set up for the jump shot, wide open.
Some token full court pressure from Lebanon on that occasion. They drop back into the zone. He lurking around the basket. But this time it's Wong. Hook shot is long. Here's Ackle. Lovely feed out in front of Tibet. He can't finish. But who else is there but Suede?
Good trail job.
Standing hustle down the other end. Guo
They will count it.
Basket. Lebanon not happy, but as soon as he gets the ball in transition, it's almost like he's in the shooting motion.
Well, he's kid lightning here for the Chinese national team. Look at him go. Whoa, Ailun.
That cat is fast as lightning. He takes the bump, he finishes.
A flying move towards the basket. He's done that at least 3 times in this game. Kid lightning. Go Ailun here for the Chinese national team.
He has 8 points. The lead is 16, and he'll try to add to both of those from the free throw line.
And you have to like the way China's balancing its offense. You go to inside, you go to the inside man, Yi Jianyang, and then you go to the speedster, Go Ailun. Yi Jianyang is now resting on the bench. So now they're going to go with their speed game. Twin towers on the floor here for China, playing defense.
China man-to-man. Here's Youngblood curling off a couple of screens. He steps back and nails the three.
High percentage for Jay Youngblood in this game.
He's up to 14 points. You can't help but feel that Lebanon need to get him some more opportunities.
He's averaged 22 points a game in this tournament, hitting 54% from the field.
He's 75% tonight as we see a turnover from Guo on that occasion. 6 of 8 from the field for Jay Youngblood so far.
Yeah, he's feeling it. And here's the Lebanese defense forcing that turnover. Coach Matic of Lebanon calling for the play.
Lebanon leading this quarter 18-17 so far. As we see a sweet move from Youngblood. He went up and under, he couldn't finish. That would have been a highlight play from the naturalized player. Lu Wei, Zhou Peng, back to Lu. Some ball movement. Guo's not going to fire from there. Mature play from Guo. He's going to run the shot clock down. Zone defense again from Lebanon. Shot clock at 7. He's going to fire this time. He's in rhythm and he cans it. Outstanding play from Guo Ailun.
And he looks at the crowd and says 3 with his fingers.
He says, I can do it from inside, I can do it from outside. He's up to 12. Baoji's another man who can do it inside and out. This time he feeds to Met, but he is swamped by the Chinese big men. Guo's away again. Finds way, Lu Wei. Again, they pull the basketball out. Outstanding offense both times from the Chinese guards. They haven't rushed it in transition. They figure they can get a better shot in the half court. And here it is.
He's going to take a
G
three-point
for
shot.
three.
Oh, that would have brought the house down.
We saw the sense of anticipation from the crowd as the murmur rose.
Had a good line. Nice stroke, but that ball just wouldn't fall in.
If he can develop that in his game, the ability to hit the three-point shot, look out world.
Elayupi in the game here for Lebanon, wearing number 15.
Here's Ackle. Nice screen from Tibet. I've been impressed with his game tonight. There's Ayubi from three-point range. And he's another reserve who's made the most of his opportunities. He's up to 5 points, 2 or 3 from the field. The margin back to 14, so Lebanon making some inroads this quarter.
Well, some scrappy play here for Lebanon. Whatever they're getting in the offensive end, it's being fueled by their defense.
They are doing a good job at contesting three-point shots, and this time they force Jai Xiaochun to miss. He fell well short on that attempt.
Well, the mindset of Lebanon here is just possession by possession. Just get the stops, forget about the score.
18 seconds until three-quarter time. Ackle on the high ball screen. First to Sohae, shot clock at 5. Steps through, tough shot from Sohae that rims around and out. And one last opportunity for China. Here's Guo Ailun. He puts the foot down, explodes to the hole and draws the foul. There wasn't much between the game clock and the shot clock, but it was enough for Guo. And listen to the applause from the crowd in this stadium. They love his energy.
And the Lebanese coach is going ballistic because he's saying, why give up the foul with almost no time left on the clock here in the third period.
Point one left on the clock.
Given the chance for Guo Ailun to get the crowd going once more.
He makes the first. That was the third foul on Basil Bauji.
You know, the forgotten man here on the Chinese roster is Li Gun. And he was just so explosive in the first few games of China, but he's cooled off considerably the last 2 games, including this one.
He misses the second. So the third quarter ends in a draw. It was 21 points apiece. And China retained their 65-point lead. It was a scrappier quarter than earlier in the game. But China won't mind that. They're on their way to topping Group F. It's 65-50 at three-quarter time.
Good effort on the part of Lebanon, playing tough defense and going head-to-head with China in terms of points. Check out what's going on so far. 45% shooting from three-point distance for China. That's 5. 54% from two-point distance. Both teams have now scored 5 three-pointers each. But look at the disparity in the free throws. Too many free throws being given up by Lebanon in this game. China +3 in the rebounding department and +5 in assists. Turnovers, the same. Steals, the same. But China, because of their size advantage with their 4 towers, 4 block shots so far. Make that 3 towers because Li Muhao still hasn't played in this game.
Indeed, you could make it 4 if you count Yi as well. It is the Great Wall of China that has the host nation undefeated, as we thought that may have been a nasty fall for Abi Keres off the Lebanon bench. He was okay. Yi's been okay as well. He finished that one with the left hand.
Well, Yi had his touches. I think it was important that China ran its offense through him.
He has 14 points, 5 rebounds. Zhou Peng with the left-hand finish. He also hit a three-pointer in that quarter.
Well, at the time when Lebanon started to get going with its 2-3 zone defense, China made the necessary adjustments. They wanted the ball in the hands of Yu Jianliang, but Guo, what electricity he's able to provide, the energy that he gives to the Chinese team.
13 points on 5 of 5 shooting for Guo. It's been another masterful performance, and we talk about that combination, Yu Jianlian and Guo Ailun, and again they've combined for 27 points tonight.
You know, we haven't seen that combination of Zhao Jiwei and Guo Ailun too much in this game. So Coach Gong Lu-min looking for different combinations. I think he already knows. Oh, talk about that combination. Look who's starting in this fourth quarter, it's that combination we were talking about, that speed combination of Zhao Jiwei and Go Wailun. It's almost like we read the mind of Coach Gong Lu Ming right there.
We're underway in the final quarter. It's China by 15. And Zhu Wei, he's only been averaging 13 minutes per game. He's had 13 tonight as coming down the middle. A big slam jam by Zhai Xiaochun. And what a feed from
The big man, Yi.
Big man with those skills. Lead to 17. Arachi back into the ball game, so is Saud. Working the high screen with Haidar. Basil Bauji down the middle. He feeds Haidar. Some good scrambling defense there by Zhou Peng. And China forced the stop. Peng now is the favourite corner. Zhou Peng. He misses that time. Zhao with the rebound. Oh, and what a spectacular mark there from Guo Wailun, but he's been called for the foul. The fans not happy with that call as
Well, man down here for Lebanon.
solid contact in that contest with
But
the
Go
ball.
Wailun actually had possession of the ball. He grabbed it in midair. Watch it right here.
Look at that athleticism from Guo.
The referee's calling it a foul on Go Wailun. That's a tough call to
That
make.
is a tough call.
Tough call. Referees probably felt that they had to blow their whistles because there was contact.
Well, nobody's perfect, Quinito.
Right.
And it's Lebanon ball. Arachi at the top with Haidar. Here's Saud. Nice drive. He slices all the way to the basket. Classy play from Saud.
No reaction that time from the Chinese defense.
Well, they're expecting the dribble handoff there.
Right.
Amir Saud, he read it. He's short on his jumper.
Oh, look at that. Zhou Peng
He's
with
put-
the steal. And it's going to be
Feeds
an
it
easy 2
inside
points.
Yi for the jam and the
And there's a
foul.
foul.
The hustle of Zhou Peng turns into a cram jam for Yi Jianlian.
Where earlier you saw Yi Jianliang with the pass. This time, he is the recipient of a beautiful pass. Two-handed slammer.
Have a look at this. He takes some heavy contact from Haidar and he still finishes up above the rim.
That's the power of Yi Jianliang. Airborne, two-handed slam dunk.
He can make the margin 18 with this free throw. He's now up to 18 points himself. In fact, make that 17. He's got 5 boards and 2 assists.
What you like about Yi Jianliang is the way he's playing defense. Look at the way he's covering the space on the floor.
Shuts down Haidar on that occasion, but then he has to grab him. Some impressive hustle there from Haidar. He was looking to seal some position inside the key, and Yi had no opportunity but to hold.
That's his first personal foul. You watch it right here. Yi Jianliang called for the foul. But he's scrambling on defense. I mean, he's getting the job done offensively, but he's doing hard shows.
Here's Arachi into the lane, pulls up to the left hand. Classy move from the 21-year-old. He's averaging 11 points per game in this tournament. It's been a debut to remember so far for the young point guard. Zhou Peng against some pressure here. Little 2-2-1 press from Lebanon. And they force an 8-second violation. It's amazing how often a little mix-up of the defense like that can force a turnover.
Important to have that sense of awareness and to think that China, with 2 point guards on the floor playing together, Coach Gong Lu Ming not very happy with that situation.
Well, he wouldn't be happy because he had 2 point guards on the floor and Zhou Peng ended up as the point guard. Arachi turns that one over. Now here's Guo. Sizes up the situation and feeds Yi. Spins,
what a
jams, Yi Jianlian. He's on fire at the moment. He's got 19 points on 7 of 11 shooting, and China threatening to blow this game out.
And when he's looking for the basket, he's almost unstoppable from close range.
Saud again inside. This time he dishes out to Haidar. He can't hit the triple. Lebanon desperately need a basket, but here's a man looking to score again. Guo Wailun, he's fouled by Arachi. It's hard not to get excited every time he gets the ball in transition. We see the speed here, and he actually
Quick.
slipped.
Yeah, he did slip.
Here's the spin. Look at that move. Hey, Baoji without a chance. The China chant rings out around the stadium once more. It's been a dizzying start to this final quarter, a 7-4 run in under 3 minutes with some real highlight plays that have brought the crowd to life.
A lot of space here for China's offense to go through Yi Jianyang. He's actually asking for the pass. Now he sets the high ball screen.
Whoa, feeds Jai. Jai for three. Everything China touches is turning to gold at the moment. They lead by 21, and China are now up to 6 of 13 from long range.
But Jai is taken over from Li Gun. He's sitting on the bench.
And so is Zhou Peng. And see him there with the steal. He's going to throw this down. Oh, he rolls it over the top. A little sigh of disappointment from the crowd here in Changsha. But 2 points is 2 points, and Zhou Peng is up to 13. He's making the most of this opportunity. The lead is up to 23, and we've got a timeout to Lebanon. Well, what a start to this quarter. Youngblood has 14 for Lebanon, but they just can't get him enough opportunities to keep up with this Chinese machine. Lebanon have hung around bravely in this ball game, but right now it's China making the running. They've put their foot to the floor. And Cornito, what are they doing so well here early in the fourth quarter?
I think they're always getting fresh legs on the floor. They're attacking the defense of Lebanon, and you don't see the continuity from Lebanon. They're substituting by platoons, and as a result, they're losing that rhythm that they need to play consistent defense and offense. While China, they're running plays through Yi Jianyang, who's now sitting down. They're doing excellent rotation on their players. Good balance on the floor at all times. So the continuity that we're seeing from China, we're not seeing from Lebanon.
8 Chinese players who have played 10 minutes or more already. Baoji at the top, going against Zhou Qi. That's not easy to do. Now Guo Ailun, he has 2 white shirts in front of him. So he defers to the corner. Zhao Ji Wei with a beautiful move. He feeds it to Ding. He can't hit the three. That may have brought the roof off this building. Now Arachi looking to make a move of his own, and he draws the foul. When we talk about Guo being quick, Arachi is not that far behind.
That's right, the Chinese coach, Wang Lumin, looking to stop Arachi in that drive. They were burned earlier with that kind of a slashing move by Arachi. They didn't want the open layup shot.
Yu Wei checks in for Zhao Ji Wei.
He's been getting more and more playing time as this tournament progresses.
Something I've noticed today, his pressure defense has been up a level or so. Fires from long range and hits. And he's had an important performance here tonight, 3 of 4. In fact, he's 3 of 5 from the field for his 7 points. Brings the deficit back to 20. We're almost halfway through this final quarter as Guo goes to the floater. Ding with the offensive rebound. Steal from Arachi. Yu Wei losing the handle. Baoji goes one-on-one with Ding and scores. Tough over the head finish there from Basil Baoji. Could only call that a circus shot. A little bit of pressure out of the zone here from Lebanon. Arachi looking to be active. He's got 2 steals already in the ball game. Zhou Qi underneath.
Oh, yes.
2 fake, and he slams it down with some authority.
Nobody there to stop the big guy from flushing it down. And what you notice when Lu Wei is in the ball game is that somehow China's offense grinds to a semi-halt. He pulls back, he doesn't want to run transition. And there you go with another bad pass coming from Lu Wei. Had 2 turnovers here in this quarter.
Good pass
Easy
there
2
from
points.
Arachi inside to Balji. Assist number 3 for the evening for Arachi. It hasn't been his greatest night, only 4 points, but every now and again he does something like that.
That's right, he's providing pace here for Lebanon. Under attack, here's Go Ailun.
Joe Chi double team, quick double team from Lebanon. Forces the turnover. Alubi recovers it. He'll go in for the easiest of 2. He tucks it in. And we've got a timeout from China. Gong Lu Ming not happy with what he's seeing. Lebanon have cut this margin back to 16. It's 79 to 63. And we see the wayward pass there and the hustle from Ayubi. He's got 7 points. And there's the steal from Arachi. And look at this bounce pass. Perfect timing, and then Balji.
Oh, what a shot.
A flip shot.
I mean, he wasn't even looking at the goal when he threw up that shot. But again, the problem with China, turnovers. And that was very evident last time out when China beat Kazakhstan. They had 19 miscues.
13 turnovers so far for China, the total that's been matched by Lebanon. But perhaps Lebanon haven't done this as good a job as converting on those turnovers as Korea did early in that game.
That's right, they haven't been able to capitalize. And Jay Youngblood, we're not seeing even in the 4th period. He certainly made an impact in the 1st and 3rd quarters.
The frustration of Ali Haidar, and great vision we are getting from the television feed here. There's that pass from Gu Wei.
And Yi Jianyang, getting it on the head from behind. And Yao Ming, he likes what he's seeing.
Well, if he's the king of Chinese basketball, Yi Jianlian must be the prince. The king in waiting.
That's royal blood flowing in Chinese basketball.
They showed Joe Chi. He's another bit of Chinese royalty in the making when it comes to the hoops world. You see some pressure there again from Lebanon. It very nearly forced a turnover.
And off the timeout. So again, Coach Gong Lu Ming, not very happy with that situation. They're not taking good control of the basketball in their possession. So Lee Gun is back in the game.
Wang spins to the baseline. Plenty of help defense there for Lebanon. Shot clock down to 5. Ding defers to the wing. Long 3-point shot there from Jai, but it misses. And that'll be China ball. Lee Gun back into the game. Makes an impact with some hustle. 2 on the shot clock. In fact, it's been reset to 14. Again, Lebanon extend their zone and they force another mistake from China. And up until the last few minutes, you would have said it's been an impressive, a clinical display from the host, but the wheel's just starting to wobble a little bit.
Well, you're seeing some weakness here in the China offense, showing some vulnerability against an extended zone defense by Lebanon. And Arachi
Speeds it out to Balji, aggressive again to the pull-up jumper. Can't quite get it to drop, but he follows it up. Outstanding hustle from Basil Balji.
And Lu Wei almost losing possession once more. He's got to be more conscious of what the defense is giving him.
Token pressure once again. It slows China down. Shot clock at 12. They're yet to enter their offense. Ding along the baseline. He scores. He's fouled. Now we'll see if the foul was called on the shooter, if it's away from the ball. In fact, it's away from the ball. The push on Haidar. And look at Ding fly to the basket and finish. So an opportunity. In fact, we're going to have free throws. The referee's just discussing. And it will be an end-line ball. So an opportunity for a 4 or 5 point play for China.
There's some discussion, and the call was not a free throw shooting situation. And so the foul before the active shooting.
A hush falls around the stadium. 2:55 to play until the end of this one. It's China by 18.
Key players sitting on the bench, Yi Jianyang. Go Ailun. Almost another bobble here. That's pressure on the defense from Lebanon.
The scoreboard may suggest that things are tough for Lebanon, but their intensity hasn't dropped. Full credit to them as Wang Shailin spins inside and he's blocked by Baoji. Good follow-up inside from Jai Chao Chun. But how about the defense from Baoji? He has been excellent again today.
He's been tough.
Haidar to the basket. Baoji again inside. Can't corral this rebound. Wade, this time he's looking to push in transition. He takes it to the basket. Misses the first, gets the rebound. That misses as well. Lee Gun, he'll recover it and say, let's run some offense. Hasn't been a night to remember for Yu Wei. This time he gets another opportunity. Again, it doesn't fall, but there to clean up was Jai Chao Chun. And you talk about their wingmen, Lee Gun, Jai Chao Chun, Ding Yan Yu Hang, Zhou Peng. They've got so many athletic, strong
Exactly,
wingmen.
some tremendous athletic ability. You see them flying towards the basket and their hustle and effort.
Haidar exchanges passes with Arakshi, and Arakshi gives it back again. This one doesn't fall. The finish failed the execution as Lu Wei goes in again, and this time he gets it to go.
And this time, no hesitation on his part to go strong to the hole. And Lu Wei getting the 2 points. That's what you'd like to see from him.
That's what you like to see. There was a hesitation, but he meant it.
Yes.
It's a nice little hesitation dribble. He froze the defense and scored, and we'll see it here again. Just that little momentary pause is enough. And Lu Wei takes his tally up to 4 points. China lead by 24, and we got a timeout here at Changsha.
And you get the feeling that China likes it when their veteran Lu Wei goes strong to the hole and gets the basket. Foul trouble, Haidar with 4 personal fouls, Baoji with 3, Squaid with 3. It's been a tough night here for Lebanon. Again, we were saying we didn't see the continuity that China certainly showed in this game with tremendous rotation of their players. I think Coach Gong Lu Ming doing a great job pacing his men. Right now, Yi Jianyang is sitting on the bench along with Go Ailun. They certainly have made an impact in this game. There's Lu Wei.
It's been plenty of highlights for China.
Yes, so many highlights, one after the other.
Look at that finish from the big fella. That's
And
on
there's the
Guo.
release pass.
Guo has been outstanding today. He's been finding teammates. He's been finding the basket. And so did Jai Chao Chun with that flying jam down the middle.
And the reaction for the China bench.
There he is, Jai Chao Chun, 12.6 boards. Making the most of his minutes. And sometimes it's tough to get minutes in these Chinese teams, so you have to make the most of it. Haidar with a tough move. He draws a foul and he finishes. Ali Haidar, it's been a tough night for him. But he's got 4 points, 3 boards, and he's got a chance to add to that from the foul line.
Attacking the defense of Wang Jielin.
Wang Shailin, did he say, how did you make that, Ali?
Haidar playing with 4 personal fouls. Gets it to go.
Still the pressure defense from Lebanon. There's just 80 seconds remaining. They certainly haven't thrown in the towel on this one. They've got an important game tomorrow night against Kazakhstan. Lu Wei feeds it inside. Wang Shailin, he's blocked by Baoji again. The relentless Basil Baoji, and now he's going to push the ball in transition and draw the foul. What a performance it's been from him tonight. 11 points and 6 rebounds coming off the bench. He's been the standout for Lebanon.
And he'll go to the line. Over the limit, China is in the penalty situation.
We talk about Kazakhstan, of course. They're next up after this game against Jordan. Jordan were buoyed by their outstanding win over Qatar last night. They're veteran stars. We see the Kazakhstan team there ready to get going in the warm-up, but their stars, Sam Douglas and Zayed Abbas, they've found some form. Don't forget, they are the 2011 silver medalists as Wang Shailin gets inside for another slam. It's been a dunk party for China here tonight. They lead it by 22.
I don't think he expected to be that wide open underneath. the basket and an easy two-handed slam dunk for him.
I tell you, Wong Chae-lin, he's only 21 years of age, but he is already a strong body inside. There's plenty of work in front of him as we see Zhai pick up the foul. There's plenty of work in front of Wong in the gym to really build up that strong body, but he has an excellent base to work from with that big set of shoulders of his.
Next up for Lebanon will be a game against Jordan tomorrow. And you get to wonder, with the way Coach Matic was substituting his players, he was doing it by platoons. Was he preserving his men for tomorrow's big match?
Quite possibly. His team hung tough. Can you imagine if they'd been able to keep it close, he would have gone with his normal rotations as Jai Taolong. Oh, what a feed. And Jai Xiao-chun wanted another jam, but Basil Baoji said, I don't think so. He said, I don't like this dunk party, I'm going to crash it. See, look at this contest. Up above rim level.
Down the baseline, the attempted slammer.
He disappointed this huge crowd here in Changsha. It's probably about 90% full. It filled up once the game started.
And what you like about the competition in the FIBA Asia Championships, the teams are going for points, for tough defensive plays down to the last second. 32.7 seconds to go.
Still a contest inside. Baoji comes up with it. Who else would come up with it? And now a chance for Saud. He's going to fire the three and connects. Amir Saud, he's up to 10 points. He's been impressive from long range as well. And with 18 seconds remaining, he brings this margin back to 18. Here's the last play of the game. Wong on the drive. Baoji still contesting. And he forces Wong Chae-lin into a travel. So Lebanon will get the last opportunity to score in this one. It's been China's night, but Lebanon have not been disgraced. There's Haidar. He'll fire from a couple of steps outside the three-point line, and that's all we've got time for here in Changsha. The crowd rises as one, and China continue to roll towards the quarterfinals of the FIBA Asia Championship. They are undefeated. They now look certain to top Group F. They were hot from the start. It was Yijian Lian. He had 19 points. Guo Wei Lun had 13. He was joined by Zhou Peng and Jai Xiao-chun with 13. Wong Chae-lin had 11 and Zhou Qi had 10. It was an all-around performance by China, and they win 90-72.
The only unbeaten team in the tournament. China hanging tough, beating Lebanon 90-72. You take a look at the game statistics and the rebounding story. China with a big 13 rebound edge, +5 in assists. For China, in turnovers, actually China had more than Lebanon, but less than the 19 that they gave up in that Kazakhstan game. Game leaders, Jay Youngblood playing only 2 quarters, and Yi Jianyang 19 points. He sat out most of the 4th quarter. Zhou Qi had 13 points, and Guo Wei Lun, we called him the Kid Lightning of China, delivering the goods as well.
Basil Baoji with 14 points and 7 rebounds to lead Lebanon in both categories. There's Youngblood. He was impressive early. Yao Ming, he was impressed with China, I'm sure. With highlight reel plays like that, the combination between the big men, Zhou Qi with the assist and then with the block.
And the focus on defense by China, and the patience on the part of Zhou Qi.
Zhou Qi doing it all. Yijian Lian doing the dunking.
Oh, that was a power move on his part. It was great contact on his elevation, but still managed to put the ball inside. And then
the soft touch.
Yeah, off the glass. The drive down the middle by Zhou Peng. It was an all-China show, and Coach Matic motioning to his players.
He said, "You're breaking my heart, fellas," and Jay Youngblood did his best with that step-back three-pointer. But that was the last real bit of Lebanon resistance. We saw Amir Saoud. He was impressive with 10 points. There was a group of Lebanon fans here, but unfortunately they couldn't see a victory because Guo Ai Lun had other ideas, and so did this man. He was flying through the skies more often than Air China tonight.
Spin move from the low post position. Yi Jianyang. Great effort on the part of China. Great victory.
They win it by 18.
بس يطلع يعطونا البث. اوكي المفروض شايفيننا الان. خلينا اسجل. اوكي محمد، لاني مش سامع بدي اسجل شباب لو سمحتوا.